Welcome to class.
In this video, I'm going to do two things. The first is show you the importance of the order of your commands by intentionally messing some things up so you can see what goes wrong. The second thing I'll do is actually go over how to do some of the parts of your assignment in case you're stuck. If you need to copy along with me, that's fine, but I would like for you to experiment with these numbers some yourself as well. Here I'm going to put an ellipse right in the center of the canvas. There's my first ellipse. Now I'm going to put a second one at exactly the same spot, but I'm going to make this one bigger. And this one will be drawn after the first one. So which one do you think you'll actually see? Okay, so that is a problem that may show up on your house picture and in some other activities that we'll do. And here, if I want to actually see both of them, all I have to do is put the bigger one in before the smaller one. Now I have all three circles located at exactly the same spot. I'll put in a rectangle, and notice that I'm putting it at exactly the same spot as those three circles. Uh-oh, looks like somebody forgot a semicolon. There we see the rectangle is at the same spot, but processing by default keeps track of rectangles by their top left corner. And I've put in a fill, and it colors in every shape that comes after it until it sees another fill statement. Now I'm just making them all darker. I'm subtracting some value away from the green there, and with light, when you make the value smaller, you make it darker. Okay, now they all have their own fills, and they're all located at the same spot. Now I'm going to go over some things with you that will help you on your house project in case you're having difficulty getting started. The first thing I'm doing is just figuring out how big I want my house to be and where I want it to be. It looks a little small, so I'll just go ahead and make it, instead of 25 pixels wide by 25 pixels tall, I'll make it 50 by 50. And now notice that it extends all the way to the bottom of the screen. I'm raising that rectangle by making the Y value smaller. And now it's not as far away from the top, so it's raised up. I'm just going to experiment with a couple different colors until I see a nice brown one. All right, that looks good to me. Next, I'm making the ground. I want the house to look like it's sitting on some grassy ground. And so I'm going to make a rectangle that starts at the left side of the screen and extends all the way to the right side of the canvas. And I'm lining up the Y value with the bottom of the house. The house started at 400 pixels and went down 50, so it ended at 450 pixels. So I made the grass start going down in the Y. The grass started at 450 pixels. For the sky, you don't need to do a rectangle. You can just use the background as the sky. That's the easiest way. Finally, the triangle. This will probably be the trickiest part, just trying to line up your vertices with the top of your house. Remember that the triangle takes 6 arguments, or 3 pairs of numbers. Each pair is a location. So the first pair is going to be the left vertex of my triangle. And I'm just lining it up with the top left corner of the rectangle. The next pair will be the right vertex of my triangle. And so I've kept it at the same height. The third vertex, this will be a little bit trickier. This one I want to be right in between the other 2 x values, and I want it to be above the other y values. So I have to make this y value smaller than the others so that it will be up higher. If you need to follow along with me and copy along for your project this time, that's fine, but I would like for you to experiment with these values some on your own. If you want to put windows on your house, remember that those will have to come after the body of the house itself so that they'll show up on top. All right, good luck. I hope you have fun with this project.